Good morning, lads and lassies. It's wee Paddy from across the shock, and I have This is the last in a wee series of. I've had quite a few Fura knives, and this is the last one in that wee series of knives that I got. And we're moving on now to different ones. We're going to have another range of some inexpensive, some middle, and some expensive knives to come. There's a few Ganzos to come, some old and some new Ganzos, and I've actually got ones with serrations because somebody asked me to show how do you sharpen serrations, so I thought, well, I'll get one of them and we can do that. But let's do this knife first and give it its due credit. This is the usual. It's a Fura Gear folding knife with liner lock, and it's in dark khaki green. Comes in these indestructible. Comes in a crap box. Because that's what you get. You're getting the quality in the knife. They don't do the fancy boxes. There we go. It's a lovely flipper, and it's a very heavy stone wash on it. It's nearly makes it look silver. No, that's not the right. Nearly makes it look dirty in a good sense, but it's just so heavily stone washed. It's bigger chunks. Normally, a lot of the knives I've been showing is very fine. This is quite chunky. Whatever stones we're using were quite chunky, so you've got a very harsh stone wash on it. It's the dark khaki. Pocket clip is adequate at the very, very most. Leaves a lot coming out of your pocket. It's the only thing I don't like it. It's got the G10 scales, which are they're reasonably grippy, to be honest with you. Everything is all chamfered all round the knife. But when you grab up here and you're doing any work, I was cutting some cardboard with it. See in here, it's still very sharp inside here. There's some wee sharp bits that do catch your finger. And if you're doing for the length of time, even down the side with a chamfered, this little bit in here is just a little bit harsh. Cost cutting, I don't know. I think it's maybe just. I think you got the most. This is a £20 knife, $37 or $27, I should say. So I don't expect a whole lot for this. I expect a good working knife like I do my Ganzos and the Fura have all been good working knives. This one just has a wee bit of roughness on it that I could quite happily see doing without if I was going to use it for a long period of time. Now, it's just a medium-sized knife. It's not long. It's well and truly hollowed out on the inside. Now, I'm going to put this up to you. If you can see that on the bottom, she's well and truly hollowed out. And even on the top side where the liner lock is, she's got a good bit. I'll let you see up there. Let me see if I can get that for you. She's well and truly hollowed out on the top as well. So it's taking quite a bit of weight off it. But it's just wee simple things. And sometimes when you get knives like this, that's all I'm looking for. I'm just showing, if I show you my hand, I'll just grip this for 2 minutes to show you. There's actually a bit that's really sticking into me. Can you see that? I don't know what to see. Let's see if I can get this round to you. Now, I'm not getting it right. If I hold this, and then I'm going to move this and show you my finger, just so you see what is left if it's digging in. Can you see that? I hope you can. It is well and truly digging into my finger. There you are, you can see the marks there. That's not good. That's not great. That's, if you're just going to use your knife for slicing a bit of paper, that's fine. But I'm not. I'm going to use it for everyday use. That's what I want the knife for. So I had a little solution. I thought, well, you can say, oh, that's no good, just get rid of that and give that knife back. But for all it would take to fix that, and that's not a bad blade. This is, don't forget, like I always say, this is telephone paper, so this gives you a true, I have used it a bit, but it's still cutting telephone paper even after a few days use. Now, so what I thought was I would use something that I already got from Gearbest and that I highly recommended before. I don't know whether anybody got one. Maybe you can let me know down below if you did. And it's this. It's the Gearbest version of the Dremel. It's a mini grinder, and there it is. And it's got a selection of bits inside it to get you started, and you can buy as many more different bits as you like through Gearbest. I'll put the link for this in the description. I'm not sure if the coupon code still works, but hey, give it a go. It was a very reasonably I can't remember, but it was very reasonably priced. So I thought, well, why not do a little mod while I'm showing you the knife? I'll tell you a bit about the knife size first. The knife is full length 20.5 centimeters. It is 12 centimeters for the handle and 9.2 centimeters for the blade. It is about half an inch, which is perfect, which is about 12, 13 millimeters. The blade itself is an eighth. So she's just an average working little knife. She's just, a medium. I'm doing with, let's see the weight on her. Let's see the weight on her just to get a go at her. Right, that's in grams. In grams, she's 109 grams. So she's a lightweight knife. There's nothing to her. We'll go to ounces. And there you are, 3.8. 3.8, which is an absolutely great weight for a little EDC knife. It is very comfortable in the hand, except for that little bit in there. And it really is catching me, and you've seen the marks on my fingers. So what I thought, I'll do it with this. Now, what you're always recommended to do when you're using anything like this is to wear a mask and eyepieces. I've tucked my mask up in, and my eyepieces are on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this wee creature on, and I'm going to stick it in there. And what I'm going to try and do, and I've never done this before, so this is modding live. And all I'm doing is trying to take them now. This is going to leave the odd mark on it, but this is not a knife I'm going to try and resell. This is a knife I want to use. And if I want to give it away to somebody, I can give it away. If there's a wee mark on it, well, if you don't like a knife, don't take it. But I would let somebody know before I would do it. But now, look, there's not a mark. But I wasn't worried about there being a mark. Do you know what I mean? This is just a knife that I'm going to work on. Now, I can already feel that the sides there much more, and all I've done was literally just run it down. It's left no mark, but it's give that a comfortable feel. Is this any better? No, this needs more work on it. And it's the part of the liner here, see this top part of the liner right up there, there's a little bit on it. So I'm gonna go again, see if I can get it. And again, you don't want to go too far, you just want to go enough. How good is that? Now, I'm going to show you again. That's me squeezing tight. Can you see? There's not a mark. And yes, there is a bit. I actually held it on too long there. Maybe burnt a wee bit of it, but I would say that I would be able to get there. There's that coming off. That is some great wee tool. I've used that on a couple of occasions now, and it's gone. There's nothing sticking in my hand. Look, squeeze as tight as I can. Nothing. There's where it was before that big indentation. You can just see a tiny wee bit, but that is not sore. That is not sharp. So there now was a knife that was very uncomfortable to do cutting, because I have cut with it. It's not sharp at all now. I have no... I'm not going to get any. But I just want to let you know, I have been using it, so that's why it's maybe not sharp. The grind on either side of it is not bad. It'll do with a resharpen. It'll get resharpened. But that is comfortable now. And that's as simple as using something like this. The edge here, there's nothing. Nothing on either side that was annoying me. Now, that was quite sharp. Even though it had been chamfered, you know, if you can see, they're all chamfered all the way around, but they just hadn't checked that wee bottom bit. So that now, and it's not sticking into me. I have, if you can see on the inside, yes, I've moved the metal and I've taken a bit off, but it literally, there's nothing in there now that's going to cause me any pain. So there you go. You now have a lovely, useful, mid-size, they say D2, it is or it isn't, I don't know, but it's a half decent blade. And for 20 quid, for $27, minus you've got the coupon to take off that. So, you know, whatever that works out as, it's a reasonably priced blade that I would quite happily use now. It's a liner lock that there's a lovely flow through. If I show you, you can see the flow through onto a nice flat there. It's just easy to move the liner lock across and close it down. Centering on that knife is just short of perfect. Do you know what I mean? The blade, or this has got jimping on it, but not very much. It comes out, there's no jimping anywhere else on it, but you don't need it. That's quite, the way this is positioned, this top part of your knife where the blade joins on is where your finger sits, and it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And now I'm not getting any pain at all in the inside of my finger. So, hey, I'm a modder. But that's as simple as it is. A wee kit like that, you've all sorts of different bits in it to use for different things. That one bit alone I've used in a couple of things now. It's starting to get a bit shiny and a bit used, but hey, I've more in there, and you can order them. They're only pence. To get any sort, they're only pence. So I'm looking forward to it now. As you can see, I'm looking inside the knife now. This is ball bearings. So I'm going to take it apart and give it a good blow out with air, give it a good clean. I'm going to put a new edge on the blade, and that will then be a nice working knife. I quite like the dark khaki. It's quite a nice colour. So there, and you have a nice lanyard hole there. It's flow through. You've got two standoffs in the back, and they've made them nice shapes. I just think for that sort of money, what more can you want? I am so impressed now with how that feels. That has completely taken, in that short space of time, a piece of metal that was sticking into my finger and really hurting me, to an absolutely lovely feeling knife, and this as well. So there you go. That's how you live with cheap knives. If you can adapt them. There's no point sitting there having a sore finger. Just do it yourself. That wee box, I have to say, fully recommend that. It's a nice box in itself. That's the tool. That's the knife. The Fura folding knife that is now completely usable, and I haven't damaged it on the inside in any way at all. I have taken a bit of metal off, yes, but who's going to be annoyed with that? So there you go. Box of tricks, knife. Video done. Thank you very much, folks. Take the best. Take care. I'm away for a cup of tea. Thanks very much. Bye now. Bye.